What's up, guys? This is Dylan here, and I'm coming to you with a deck profile of Bujin's. I've been playtesting around with this deck for the past couple weeks, and with Judgment of the Light coming out pretty soon, I decided to make a deck profile of it because I'm really digging this deck a lot. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. First off, for those of you who don't know what Bujins do, the main point is to protect this guy here, Bujin Yamato. Essentially, at the end phase, you can add a Bujin from your deck to your hand, and then ditch one to the grave from your hand, which are what the other Bujins are for, essentially. Except for this guy here, Bujin Crane. Pretty much, during damage calculation, you can send this guy to the grave if you control Beast Warrior type Bujin monster, and double its attack. So basically, Yamato, people become 3,600. So yeah, I run 3 of that guy, and then I run 3 turtle. A lot of people often run just 2 turtles in a lot of profiles that I've seen, but I really like turtle at 3. So yeah, that's just my personal preference. And essentially, what he does in the grave, if you control any Bujin monster, whenever it's targeted, you can banish this guy and negate the effect from your grave. So it's pretty cool. And everything in here pretty much is light. So I run 1 honest. And then 2 killing. This guy is also amazing. Pretty much when a Bujin Beast Warrior type, being Yamato, if you have one on the field, you can banish this guy from your graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls, and destroy it. So yeah, free destruction, really awesome. And then I run 1 Ophidian. This guy's won me quite a few games. I'm actually considering bumping it up to 2, but I'm not sure what I would take out just yet. Because right now, like this style, I'm really liking this deck a lot. Basically, you can pitch him to the grave, and you can target a Bujin you control, and it can attack directly. So yeah, if your opponent has like a crazy field of monsters and you just cannot do anything, you can just summon any Bujin, pitch this guy, and attack and hopefully to finish the game. Next up, I run 2 Firefist Bear, simply because he's a Tinky Searcher, and Tinky searches Yamato. Or Bear, whichever one you need at the time. Double Max C. I opted this over Valor simply because this deck, I feel like, even with Yamato, you need to add draw power. At least in my testing experiences, draw power is key in this deck. So Double Max C. And moving on to spells, Triple Tinky, one of the main searchers of the deck aside for Yamato. 2 dualities, just more draw power, and you don't really special summon that much. You could really just protect Yamato, and you really won't even need to exceed summon that often. 2 Bujin Carnation, really cool card because you're going to be banishing a lot of these to get their effects. So you can target, like if your opponent controls stuff and you have nothing, target a banished monster you have and one in your graveyard, 2 Bujins, and special summon them. But they can't be used for an Exceed summon aside from the Bujin, Beast Warrior type. So yeah. Next up, double MST, 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Mind Control. These 2 cards I have been playing a lot in a lot of decks I've been playing with lately, but in this deck they seem to work really well. Especially if you have nothing to protect your Yamato and they just summon some huge guy and then you just Book of Moon it and you'll be able to get over it. Mind Control, same thing. 2 Horn of Phantom Beast, really awesome card equipped with, or when you have it on the Exceed or, just Yamato in general, it's a really good card in this deck. Double Bottomless, double Mirror Force, double Compulse, 1 Warning, and 1 Starlight Road, simply because I do run a lot of back row in this deck. And as for the extra, I don't really have, a full extra deck because I don't really exceed that much in here. But I mean, you could just use like generic rank 4s and stuff. But Bujin, Susanoo, or Susanoo, I guess they changed it now. Pretty much he can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each per turn. And you can attach an Exceed material and either add a Bujin monster from your deck to your hand or send 1 Bujin from your deck to the graveyard. So, pretty cool card. Next up, 2 Ice Beast Zephyron, Zero Fine. Really cool. And then, like I said, just basic standard rank 4 exceeds. I teched in a Constellar Omega. It was so funny. This card actually kind of won me a game once in this deck. So yeah, it's a pretty fun deck, and I'm really considering playing this deck like as one of my main decks next format. Um, that is that the format slows down because this deck is kind of a slower based deck, which I'm really hoping the format does slow down. Um, because it's just ridiculous right now with dragons and spell books and all that. And I've just had so much of that, and I'm done with it. So yeah, I'm hoping that next format will be much slower than it is now. So yeah, let me know what you think about the deck, and if you plan on using Bujins and some more combos that you know that I don't know. I mean, clearly there are plenty of different options and different builds for this deck. So yeah, let me guys know what you think about it, and thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one.